Hey guys, Danielle here, just reporting on the month that was March. Thanks for joining me. Jumping straight into sales, guys, at the time of recording this, we're sitting on 52 recorded properties on realestate.com. As always, we see most of that stock sitting in the South Hedland market to a smaller proportion sitting in Port Hedland. When it came to the under offers for the month of March, we saw 27 recorded under offers by all agencies. Happy to report that 23 of those were conducted by Team Hedland First National and 11 by my direct team. Of the 11, we saw 6 go to investors and 5 to owner occupiers, so a very mixed bag, equally shared amongst both realms of buyers. On your screen is all the happy settlements that we saw for the month of March. Happy to report we saw 11 settlements also for the month of March, to which 7 went to investors and then the rest went to owner occupiers. It was a super active month as school returned and everyone getting over the Christmas and New Year's break, and it was really great to see so many locals embedded in their new homes. Before I jump into leasing, guys, it's really interesting because a lot of people are asking how the conflict overseas is impacting our market. Well, of course, we don't have a crystal ball and we can't predict what's going to happen in the greater world, let alone Australia, WA or the Pilbara. But I can say that we haven't seen any less amount of buyers or sellers in our market to what we were seeing in the last few months and even year on year. Everything has stayed consistent. Our prices are consistent. Open home numbers are consistent. So there actually hasn't been any flow-on effect. If anything, we're seeing a lot of Perth-based investors that are actually taking their money out of the Perth or the East Coast markets as well and dropping it into the region. So we've seen a lot more investor inquiry, but outside of that, business as normal and no impacts as yet on our market. Jumping into leasing, guys, at the time of recording this, we're sitting on 51 advertised properties on realestate.com for rent. As always, most of that stock is in South Hedland to a much smaller proportion sitting in Port Hedland. The month of March saw 18 properties go under application by the leasing team, very consistent, and we saw 1900 as our highest recorded lease for the month, and that was for a Port Hedland home. Happy to report that our vacancy rate here at Hedland First National remains at 1%, so it is at an all-time low, no different to this time last year. So again, even with the conflict over east, things certainly aren't slowing down when it comes to leasing either. When it came to industry, guys, as always, I'd encourage you to jump onto my social media platforms. All of these stories and many more are in live time and a lot more detail on those. The first one, guys, I've already touched on is the elephant in the room, the conflict overseas. Obviously, we can't predict what's going to happen in Australia, WA, the Pilbara, Port Hedland, but I can tell you that thankfully we've had no obvious effects of the conflict. The fuel is obviously a big thing that all of Australia is talking about. Happy to report that all of our major industry partners here, BHP being one of them, they get their fuel months in advance and by boat. So it's not like we're reliant on our daily service stations or anything like that. So we certainly, touch wood, haven't seen any major interruptions to any fuel supplies for anywhere in Hedland at this stage, and we don't expect to see industry impacted too heavily by that. So that's a good thing. We saw interest rates obviously increase to 4.1%. I know that my banks immediately increased my rate, so we have seen that change, and there is a prediction out there that potentially we will see another one on the next month. That, I guess, is the only real pain point that we're seeing filter through to sellers. It's not necessarily the concern about the conflict or vacancy rates because they don't exist in our market, but it is the cost and the stress of mortgages. So something to be aware of that we're watching, but again, out of our control. Another thing that we did see for the month of March was the big cyclone Narelle. Obviously, she started over in Queensland and made her way over the top and all the way down to us. Now, thankfully, it wasn't a direct hit on us. I must say what we did as she went past, what we did receive was quite scary. So I can only imagine how scary Exmouth felt it. But naturally, we are expecting, because of insurances, that's going to have a flow-on effect in time to be told. So I'm really sad about Exmouth. We did get a lot of rain. Thankfully, we didn't cop the full brunt of it, but that's the nature of the beast when it comes to Hedland. And again, we'll just be keeping an eye on what happens with insurances moving forward. Both BHP and FMG had announcements this month. BHP were again talking about their 6th car dumper. This is obviously increased capacity for our ports. So again, no suggestions of slowing down, and a massive investment dollar-wise. And then we also see FMG turning dirt on their solar farms. So that's really exciting. And again, massive green developments, lots of money being invested by the major miners. So definitely no sign of those slowing down anytime soon. And the last bit of industry, guys, is that the town of Port Hedland held its election for new councillors and a mayor. Jacinta is our new mayor. It's great to see some fresh blood, female, woohoo, yes, go us. Also a mum and very well educated. So very exciting times for the town of Port Hedland. We're really excited to see what she does with the place and all the new councillors. So well done and congratulations. And this officially marks the end of us being in, I guess, a commission and have locals now taking over the town again. And before I wrap up, guys, just a few extra things, just because I haven't reported for a few months, only because I turned 40. Woo, go me, I'm getting old. So I was away for most of February. Our team's seen some massive changes. We saw Sharon relocate to Perth to be closer to family, which was really sad. And we saw Antoinette, literally only last week, relocate to Airlie Beach, where she's going to be in real estate herself. So if you are in Airlie Beach and chasing an agent, you know where to go. But after 3.5 years, it was very sad end of an era to my team, but I'm super excited to announce we have Hannah Simpson that's come on board. Now, Hannah isn't a foreign to Hedland. She's been here forever, raised all her kids here forever, but she's also been 5 years in property management, guys. So you know what? Silver lining to everything. I've got a highly new skilled assistant, and we are in the process of looking for another replacement also to help. So we're back to a team of 3. So watch this space. Big changes, but exciting changes all the same. And award season, guys, it wouldn't be February/March if it wasn't for awards. So the first one and the big one is Rate My Agent. I just took out for the 10th year in a row, Rate My Agent, Agent of the Year for Port Hedland, South Hedland, Badari and the Pilbara region. Guys, this is probably one of my most favourite awards because it's actually done on reviews. It's not done on numbers or values or anything like this. It's on customer satisfaction. So to take it 10 years running, oh my goodness, wow. So thank you so much. Also the State First National Awards, we took out number 2. Rick, my colleague, took out number 1 by 4 properties. That was the difference. Love it though. Always good to see tight competition, and Hedland First National taking out every award on the state level, including Sales Team of the Year. So again, guys, I just want to say thank you to the Hedland community because it's you guys that keep continually putting us on these state and national levels. So thank you so much for all of your support. And team, that's a wrap. Look, we have just come out of the Easter long weekend. We've just commenced the school holidays for WA. God help all the mothers out there. It's going to be a long 2 weeks. I can feel it already. But business as normal. As I said, you're going to see some fresh new faces in my team. Be excited about that. Change is always good. But we're here to serve you. So if there's anything we can do, whether it's sales, leasing or commercial, you know where to find us. And we look forward to seeing you again next month.